Welcome, welcome.
Okay.
So it is Bassup's 10-minute talk. Joe, sister up. I'm Carlitha, Carlina, and Amoya. Once again, welcome, welcome. Oh, we might start doing that. I like that. Welcome. Okay, so we're going to turn it over to our 10-minute talk. We always come to you 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sometimes we might come a little late. Sometimes we might come a little early. It depends upon what we have to do. But once again, welcome. And we're going to turn it over to one of the lovely ladies so they can tell you what the topic is today.
The topic for today is it okay to look through your mate's phone? And I guess I'll go first. It depends on what you and your mate discuss. For myself, I've always been taught, don't go looking for something because you'll find what you're looking for. So I think it shows that you don't trust each other, and it should be an open line of communication. If you feel that you have to look through his phone, then that's a discussion that needs to be had, and the relationship may have to be reevaluated if that trust is lacked. So I think that's something that, you and your mate should have to discuss. I don't want to have to police somebody and look through their phone, and I don't want to feel like I'm being investigated. So we're all grown, and hopefully we all can communicate well and be honest and be truthful. If you love someone, if you care for someone, you want to tell them the truth. And you don't want to have to police somebody for the rest of your life. That's just too much.
Is it okay to look through your mate's phone? Now, no, generally I wouldn't feel the need to look through my mate's phone. If I felt something was amiss, I guess I'd probably just confront or ask him about it in a non-confrontational manner, or just break up if I needed to, because who has time for that? Nobody. But if you're given the opportunity, like I was, so say for instance, I'll give you an example. My phone had broke.
Okay.
And it wasn't coming on at all, right? So he had an additional phone.
Who is he?
He had an additional phone. So I had the phone in my possession, unrestricted. So of course the opportunity arose and I went through the phone, duh. And yes, normally I wouldn't go through a phone. I wouldn't just, like, if he's asleep, oh my goodness, I have to go through a phone. No, if I have the phone in my hand, unrestricted, and I have the opportunity, just by self-preservation, you're gonna go through it just to see what's in there. So normally no, but if the opportunity arises and it's unrestricted access, of course you just naturally go through it. It's just human nature, I think.
I like these different perspectives.
I've had my phone, I had a mate actually hold my phone, and I'm in the shower and go through it, and nothing was said, because I may have gotten a message or something like that on Facebook that may have
hold on, you might get in the shower and hold your phone,
give it to my mate to hold it or something like that. And I may have gotten a risky message from Facebook or something like that, and he never discussed it. But I don't know, if you can go through it, then you might as well just go through it when they sleeping too, huh?
Well, listen here, I'm gonna say, if I'm your mate, when I want to, I'm going through your phone. Okay. So
when you want to, wow.
About these 10-minute talks, it's fun, because we all, even though we're sisters, we all have different perspectives because we're different people.
I think I'm coming from the perspective of being the one who was always accused, and my phone was always, he would always go through my phone, and it got to the point where it just made me upset because I felt like it was control. So I think from feeling like I was controlled and just always accused, I don't want anybody to feel that way. I want to have freedom, and I want my mate to have freedom. So because that was a form of control for me, I don't want to revisit that.
I'm sorry you experienced that, but I'm
Thanks.
still looking through the phone. Okay.
Thank you.
And Carlotta, you brought up a good point too. I guess you basically said, um, there was an option for you to go through the phone. You had an opportunity because of that situation that you described. So you looked through it. So I guess, you know what? Do what you feel that's gonna make you comfortable in your relationship. But don't go be looking through nobody's phone and y'all break up and you come back and say, well, the girl don't build a sister up said it's okay. I'm telling you what I would do. You do what's best for your relationship.
I mean,
And
but
you
when
know
you,
what, if you don't trust them,
right,
go
so that's
ahead.
why when you look through the
Stop.
phone, do you already think, okay, yeah, they doing something else? Or do you think, I'm just gonna look and see if he's doing something else? Or do you just think, well, I'm just trying to see, what they have on their calendar? So is it already kind of a question mark? Like, is he doing something else?
It's just being naturally inquisitive. Like I said, in my situation,
Uh-huh.
he had 2 phones and I didn't have no phone because my phone was broke and opportunities right there. So you're just going to be naturally inquisitive. And if you find stuff after that, you're either going to take action and break up or stay together and be happy because you didn't find anything, or you don't care what you found, or what you found doesn't bother you. So I think it's naturally inquisitive. You're naturally inquiring in the beginning and throughout. Like, you just naturally inquire because your mate and you should have that open line of communication. There shouldn't be anything to hide. So you should have that level of trust that no one of the opposite sex or whatever should be texting you inappropriately. And your mate, I'm guessing your mate should have that certainty, that level of trust with you. They should feel like that you trust them. But on the other hand, they also shouldn't be doing anything that would jeopardize your relationship. So if you do ask to see a mate's phone, um, maybe it's not a bad idea to not be doing anything wrong. To always stay on the up and up in your relationship.
Yeah, because
Oh, go ahead.
no, you go.
No, I was just gonna ask, Paulina, since you did look through the phone, was it a good experience, or did you wish, hey, I wish I didn't go through this phone, or, what was the outcome?
Oh, I'm not gonna ever wish I didn't go through a phone.
Oh,
So I'm always gonna be happy with what I find out, because obviously God put me in this situation to find those things out, So I'm not going to ever be mad about what I found out. I'm not going to be like, dang, I shouldn't have found that out. I hate that you brought this to me. No, because it needed to be brought to light. It's going to be brought to light one way or the other. Like Reverend Vernon said, if you are supposed to do something in a certain way and you try and manipulate it so it doesn't happen in that way, it's going to still happen that way. But it's going to come to you in a different form. But the same materials are going to be used to make it happen. So you can't hide from something that's going to come to light. Eventually, it will be shown.
Speak that, Bo. Speak it.
All right,
Bo.
let's look at the comments. Jalen said, I will be afraid to. You'll find what you're looking for. And Wanda said, don't look. You might find what you thought you would, but what you see may not be what you thought. What you see sometimes is not what you get.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be afraid to find out information. Don't hide. It's like not going to the doctor because you're afraid of what you're going to hear.
Right.
So you can't be afraid to face reality. Don't hide in delusion thinking it's something, because that hurts you more.
So I think, going to Wanda's comment, she said, right, if it's going to happen, it'll happen. That's why you don't have to really search for it. Don't stress yourself. For me, personally, I try not to stress about it because it's going to come out eventually. What goes on in the dark will soon come to light. You might find it out a little bit sooner, and then you might find somebody who is very slick and knows how to delete messages sometimes and not find it out that way either. So you're going to find out if something is going to happen. You don't got to go searching for it. And a wise woman once told me that. And I think it was one of y'all. I even said, I don't think it's cool. It's like going through her purse or her going in your wallet. And that's definitely true. For me, I think it's a form of control and it's a form of invasion of privacy. And like I said, because I've been on the one that's been on the other end, so I may be a little bit biased.
Okay.
But
I mean, I guess I would say to that, you gotta be in your relationships, and you as individual have to stick to the commitment you promised to someone else. If you promise to be exclusive, then don't put things in your phone that are open to interpretations of
Right.
exclusivity. So
That's true.
right, we all, I
always been
mean,
up and out.
we're adults. If you don't want to be in a relationship, don't. If you want to be single, just be single. If you want to cheat and mess around, just do it. Because somebody may want to do the same thing these days. So just be honest in your relationship. That's all. Because
And
do.
that's the point. Be honest. That is
Yeah.
the main point. Be honest.
What goes
because-
around comes around. So
Right. Don't hurt anybody's feelings. Don't be
Right.
selfish. It's so selfish to sit there and try and have 3 women.
Yeah,
Or-
why?
Or-
Why do that? I
Right.
mean,
unless you all discuss the polygamy, if you all
Right.
discuss a polygamous relationship and everybody agrees, then hey, have
Right.
at it. But you don't try to hide it, you know what I mean, and hurt people's feelings. That's just not cool.
You can't have nobody on the side and you want me to be faithful.
It don't work like that. It just don't
know,
work like that.
It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it don't work like that. But thank you everyone who has listened in and tuned in to this Facebook Live. This was an interesting topic. As always, we try to come out with interesting topics just to see how you guys are doing, to throw some things in your head. If you watch the replay later and you have a comment that you want us to know and you want us to read, would you go through your mate's phone? How do you feel about that? Let us know in the comments and we'll make sure that we read them and comment. As always, build better, build bold, and build brilliant. Build a sister up and build a brother up.
Bye.